Okay, so we are getting ready to show this. Thank you guys for your patience today. This is super exciting news, right? I mean, this technology has been really, some of the things they've used in ultrasounds as well as in lasers and even CTs, MRAs. They are using some form of plasma technology. Even nuclear fusion is working at that level, right? And that's high-end level. But I'm just going to tell you how our scientists and our patented technology is capturing a small amount of that, right? The spark waves, right? Our German counterparts call this the spark of life, right? And to generate enough energy to create that shock wave, like which is genuine supersonic sound waves, there are with mechanical type situations like the electromagnetic, the piezoelectric, even some of the electrohydraulics that are just have saline in the head, like Sanuwave and the Modus F out of Turkey. Those have just water in the head. Ours is a continuous water circuit, okay? It has a water cartridge in there. And the other ones have mechanical limitations because of, the way they create their sound waves, okay? So, with us, we're using the optimal solution, right? We have what has no mass or no inertia. It's just working with the energy flow intensity. So this is the principle of creating an electro-hydraulic shock wave within water, okay? And in liquid, an electrical voltage discharges a very high current, okay? And that's why we have that high pressure, then followed by the low pressure when you look at the fingerprint of our shock wave. What's happening is, though, you're actually creating a liquid plasma channel. And what's happening is it instantaneously evaporates around that spark plug to create that supersonic shock wave, right? And it's that high pressure, low pressure. And this is what I'm referring to as the plasma effect that you're going to see in these few slides we're about to do. The result is a genuine shock wave or supersonic sound wave, and it's traveling, you'll see, at 4.4 the speed of Mach, which is 3,355 miles an hour. So the way we create it in that electro-hydraulic vapor state is really what sets us apart. So the word we're looking at, you all have heard about mechanotransduction. Well, now we're talking about plasma transduction. And this is a term that John Warlick, our CEO, and I coined just last week when I was bouncing this off. And even though, we've known that this is what sets our technology apart from everyone else, we have kept it somewhat of a trade secret. And because we don't feel like there's any other companies that are going to really touch us in the next couple of years. So it's a new concept of healing, and how we're utilizing this unique form of gas. So what is plasma? Plasma is really the fourth state of matter. It is, in a gaseous form, and that's what's happening in this. And why does it matter? We'll show you in just a second. Plasma energy is produced when fusion takes place in a controlled environment with an electromagnetized state. Again, plasma is the fourth state of matter, a gas in which a sufficient amount of energy is present to enable ions and electrons to coexist, right? So the scientific evidence suggests that this plasma is actually the most common state of matter in the universe. And we do see these present on Earth. The distinguishing factor between plasma and gas is that plasma has become energized to the point where some of the electrons break free and continue to travel in that nucleus. So it's really just an electric flame that we're creating within that the fluid hydrostate. I'm coining this as plasma technology for healing because I don't see it in any other medical device right now. And I believe this is the future of we're seeing so many wonderful patient results in over 1,400 clinics worldwide, 850 here in the United States. And you know, I hope you guys are all part of Softwave University and utilizing that and the different, we have over 35 different really great interviews with top shockwave doctors around the country and the universe. So here's the thing you have to understand. This is like, how do we say it? It's like capturing a star in a jar, right? This is bright celestial energy powered by plasma fusion. Hydrogen fusion in the core of the sun is at a temperature of 14 million Kelvin, okay? Replicating plasma fusion on the Earth's surface usually requires really higher temperatures and that low pressure. And that's what we've created. Our researchers and physicists in our German labs may have uncovered a way to replicate and harness a portion of this plasma effect. And again, this is the precursor before the supersonic sound waves are created. And this is an example of the way the tip of our spark plug and what's happening, right? But it's heated plasma energy creates these supersonic sound waves. And again, I don't believe there's anyone else. I'm convinced our plasma technology is a game changer and really sets us apart from any other clinic, right? It's, some people refer to as capturing a star in a jar, that power, right? We have a safe and effective system to deliver this powerful energy in small doses that helps modulate inflammation. You know, that might be the coolest thing about this technology, not the fact that it activates stem cells within 45 minutes, but really modulation of inflammation. And we know that's been the holy grail for 50 years for pharmaceutical companies to try to come up with a drug, a pill, or an injection that can help downregulate or lower inflammation. But what if it's harnessing literally the energy of a lightning bolt and clasp with thunder and putting in a handheld applicator? Again, this, I believe, is the key to unlocking how the body really heals. And you guys all know about toll-like receptors 3 and 4. You know, I believe this is one of the most important components and really will set us apart from any other device company. And again, the closed water system, right? Look at the size of our hose compared to any of the competitors. I believe that is what allows us to, because every time you have a spark created, there is some denigration around the tip of the spark plug and, you know, metal fragmentations. That's when you take your water cartridge out, it's dirtier, but ours, we're flushing it through the whole system. The other small ones that are just in the head, the water's in the head, they have to always drain gas out and things like that. And, you know, our German team refers to this as the spark of life. Again, we're utilizing, capturing gas in this stronger energized state to elicit this plasma effect. And as you know, many of you have seen this, but this is really the depth of penetration, right? By fusing heat triggered by hydroelectric spark, encapsulated by that water, actually magnifies this unique supersonic sound wave to speeds of 3,350 miles an hour and can penetrate the depth of a soup can, working on a cellular level. And again, it's the magnetized, it's compression of the cell and then expansion by 10%. And that shearing force helps knock off a lot of those oxidative agents and allows improved cell membrane permeability. So you're getting nutrients in, waste products out. But you've seen the pre and post of what happens with the mitochondrial as well. It's just, it helps them work at a higher efficiency state, producing more ATP, which is closer to the Krebs cycle. Again, it's utilizing magnetotransduction that tricks the innate immune system into thinking there's a new injury, but not damaging cells in any other way. It's calling out those first responders, cytokines, interleukins, toll-like receptor 3 and 4 that are so important in healing. So that's where the point of that spark or fusion that happens. And this is the actual video of how it's working, right? So in that red zone, if I could, I'm not going to go back, but that really tightened red zone is the core where the true healing happens. Everything else is in the outer blue is like a positive biological effect. So another advantage of using this plasma technology is that we can drive stronger chemical reactions. And this advances puts us into blue ocean. If you know what the book, The Blue Ocean, it's like we're letting all the other radial devices and the other technologies that kind of fight it out, right? Once there's a little blood in the ocean, it turns red, and that's what's happening, right? In the book, The Blue Ocean, you want to look for areas where there's no competition, and that's what is really one of the coolest things about us right now. I tend to agree with the inventors of this spark gap technology. 4 years ago, I wrote an article how this might be the most versatile medical device in the last 50 years. And now I'm starting to understand in just the last couple of years how this would create an eternal impact on our healthcare systems, right? Because, you know, the rest of the world looks at us somewhat barbaric that we're still using cortisone injections, which has 33 negative side effects, right? This should be done on the front end, right? Before you're invasive, even before acupuncture. You want to exhaust all your conservative options before you start going invasive or even taking medications. Okay, so I want to thank Softwave. I also want to thank MTS for helping us educate us over the last decade on this technology. You know, some of you are going to be sharing this video, but this is how to contact me, drdeduro@gmail.com. Follow us at TikTok, Matt Deduro, and we also have Softwave and MTS Twitter pages. Thanks again for taking the time to come on this call today. All right, so thank you. Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Ricardo, he's probably working on patients, creating wonderful patient testimonials. He's one of our top docs when it comes like that. All right, well, thank you for staying on. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, thanks. You too.